release. I mean, we've seen this weekend that the bot's still not even finished, maybe yet, and we've actually even got the
I mean,
bot in the event.
that was a good endurance bot. What do you think of it?
Awful.
You don't like it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So
Um,
I'm literally going for the event this weekend because I need the resources, and I've just spent all my 5-star shards in this batch because this last batch was absolutely immense. I've literally
yeah.
cleared it with blue streak it to go, and I might want to go for blue streak as well. So I need blue streak. Volcanicus is coming, so I'm going to need to pull Grimlock. That's another 5,000 shards. I'll have to upgrade Volcanicus. That's another 2,500 shards. So that's 12,500 shards that I need just off the bat for 5-star Volcanicus and for
Yeah.
to get those. Now I'm going to need obviously after Breaker at some point to complete Computron because he's got 5-star bots now. That's a 1 in 3
Amazing.
chance. So let's just say I need 10,000 for that. These
Mm.
stars are starting to mount up, and that's why I said in a previous video that I think by you guys creating a really good batch last time, you've kind of
Yeah.
got rid of the 5-star shard problem. Everyone have collating all these 5-star shards. Now, don't get me wrong, I've still got plenty of shards there. I've got like 250,000 4-star shards just sort of sat there doing nothing. So I've got shards, but I'm thinking 5-star Defensor, 5-star Volcanicus, and once these combine and start coming out one by one, they're going to
Yeah.
take a
Yeah.
lot of shards. So that's the reason I've done the event, not because of the bot. Now, the bot's good, the
Okay.
bot's good. If it's not, it's not. But there's still talking test of it not work, getting hacked with the ability on defense, that the
Yeah. I've got.
hollows are not
Um.
working right on
It's.
defense, not doing the EMP, not doing the damage on death. There's still quite a few bugs with it not working right, and so it's
Well.
hard to test and say it's good or not because you don't even know it's doing what it should.
Well. Yeah. First off, Sam is very new, and this was his first project. So for his first design, I actually think he's done genuinely very good first
For the
design.
record, I don't think he's done
Yeah.
bad. I think it's the timing. Like
Yeah. It's
we
time.
got the
Well,
bot
I
in
think.
playtest. We've still not even got the visuals in playtest. The actual
Yeah.
bot and
The.
things like that. Like it was very rushed again. Very rushed.
It's. You don't. I can't justify the. Yeah, I can.
I don't
I, don't-
understand it though.
I
I
hate
don't
I hate
understand it.
I
Like
hate coming on here and we talk about. Well, I love coming on here.
yeah. I
I
mean
don't, I don't,
you don't like the
I don't mean.
question. I know what you mean. Oh
Yeah, I know,
yeah
I know. I
yeah.
don't. I hate the kind of question because I know we know everybody knows, and I'm going to be going to dinner with Yanis tomorrow, and I'm going to be like, God, why are we doing this again? Why are we pushing out content in testing a week before it's supposed to be out? We really need to do better, and that's what the designers agree with. I mean, Sam's just come on board, and I know we just had this. We had Vivek who was on board as well, and he agreed that we needed to get things in earlier, and Sam knows that we need to get things in earlier now. And I don't really want to keep telling you that it's going to be earlier because we've spoken about this all before. Like it's just like
Well, you got to think that we
it's something.
said
It's something that I am always talking about, and Yanis is the same. Yanis is very much on the community side on this.
I would go
Yanis
as
is
far.
very.
I would go as far as saying it's the biggest problem in the game right now
It
because
is. It is because
it leads to
it
the
does. It's
process
very.
of that it coming out without the proper bug fixes, and then only limited people have got it. And so if it's overpowered, people aren't going to tell you because they're going to take advantage of it, like with Roadbuster. If it's broken, they're going to be complaining, but you're going to get a lot of complaints because not a lot of people have got it. And then you put it in a 5-star batch in 8 months' time, and then
Yeah.
all hell breaks loose. But it all stems back to the bot not being completely finalized.
Yeah.
Like for me, it should be finished 2 weeks for the endurance, and it
Ah.
still leaves
Yeah.
2 weeks for playtesters to have a fiddle with it and mess about with it, and like
I agree.
you know,
You can. From my point of view here, I agree. Yanis is on the same wavelength, and in Yanis's words, is there's two important parts of content. It's the bot, endurance bot, and it's the combat. Everything else can wait, and that is
yeah.
the same opinion as me. If you think that us community people turn up on a Monday and we go, "Oh, that was great. We did everything in time," it's definitely not our communication. It's definitely like, what are we doing? Like we really do need to be earlier. But I'll be honest, I was quite a little bit disappointed that the bot did get into playtesting late. I made that quite clear to our designers. It was very disappointing because the players will definitely think that is. And they have promised me that we're going to get better at that. We want to get earlier. This is again what I've been told. And they also said that all next week, if anything comes up with these bots, like you said, bugs, their week is just dedicated to that. But if there is bugs, you've just told me that there's people commenting in playtest now saying there's a few extra things. They're going to be all fixed on Monday. I can tell you that now.
I'll put money they won't.
I will tell you
I
they will
will
be
put
fixed on.
money on it. I
I
literally would,
I
honestly.
will. I'll tell you why they're going to be fixed because I'm going to be sat next to the design on Monday morning, and I'm going to be like, right, what are you doing? He's going to be like, I'm going to do the new combats. No, you're not. You're doing the bug fixes. You're doing these bug
But I
fixes.
remember,
So,
I mean, when was SG Jetfire out?
oh,
2, 3 years
20,
ago?
22? Fabian.
So that came out late, went into playtest, changes were made after it, and I remember sitting there, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I know you're community manager and all that, but saying, this will not happen again, we can't have this, we
I
agree.
know.
And then we're here again. This is what frustrates me.
I
I understand.
know.
Listen, mistakes do happen. I understand that. I get that. But you set yourself up to fail, and you do it time and time again. You don't
It
learn
is.
from the
It
mistakes and
is.
go, "Oh, we're going to change the whole process." I mean, you even changed the whole process from 4 week sagas to 8 to give yourselves more time to do these things. And then I feel like then you just thought, "Oh, well, let's cram it full of content again."
I
I
can't
know,
keep. The
yeah, I
thing
know.
is,
It's
the thing is, I can't keep coming onto this stream saying we need to
No, but
keep
I
improving.
honestly do think that
You
you
know what?
believe that and want that to happen. I
I
do, and I think the
genuinely
team do.
believe it.
But I don't know. There's obviously an inherent problem behind the scenes of the process, and
My
that's what we need to get to. And I don't know what that is. And I understand. Listen,
well,
if it was one bot a year or every 2 years, it's one bot. And you're like, listen, we had license issues. I think people would be like, right, okay, I understand
I
that. But it seems to be like every bot you get like
yeah,
two week beforehand.
I think with this bot that we had a lot of problems with the models right until pretty much the day before the stream, which was a big shame because we wanted to get the marketing renders out much earlier, especially the models and stuff because they were super cool. Um, it was a lot of back and forth with our designers as well because there's things that we comment on and we all look at the toys and things and we're like, no, actually you need to change this and that, and there's a lot of back and forth in that process. So it depends how picky we are really when it comes to models, and we're very picky because we want the models to work to look exactly like the toy line, and then we've got to get the approval from Hasbro as well of everything we're using. So that is a long, long, long process. And obviously, our artists do a lot of work for us, so it's all about them prioritizing things as well. But I really do genuinely want to make sure that we can get on a schedule where we can get things done earlier because we really want to put it in the game earlier. It would be so cool to create the challenge mode, like you said, 2 weeks before the content's out, so people can test the bot 2 weeks before it's out. Like that's my dream case scenario, is just having it there and people can almost
I don't think
test.
that's dream case scenario. I only think that should be the minimum because that's when
It
people start
should
putting the
be.
bids in.
It should be.
That is literally
Yeah,
where it should
I
be.
agree.
2 weeks
I
beforehand.
agree.
So, but at some point, you've got to break the
Well,
cycle.
this
So,
is
you're working on the combat now, and then I imagine that'll take 4 weeks, say, and then you're going to
no, no.
start the endurance. So, really, like, you've got to break the cycle and go, listen, let's get this content out in 2 weeks.
I
I know it's going to be hard, but let's get it out in 2 weeks, done, and then we
in
start the next one now. So, you've got that 2 week. Do you know what I
in
mean?
a way, with this being Sam's first bot and him being now like the lead designer, in a way he's basically seen everything. He's basically seen the criticism of the community saying that this needs to be earlier, and he's had the stress of doing everything up to the wire. So
Hmm.
it's almost like this is a learning lesson for you. This needs to be early. And he agrees. Like he's not sat there going, oh no, we'll do this all again because I loved it. I love the clutch of it all. No, he's definitely saying that we need to do things earlier as well. So because even for me, like I'm doing just a legacy project. Like I've also helped ask design if I could also, have hands if they need it. Like if they really needed to, for example, we've got an endurance in December. I could start that now. If they
Hmm.
really, wanted it, like I could just copy Optimus Prime and we'll just build Optimus Prime as a, model demo. And I'll just say, hey, this is the ability. Now you just go change all the art and it's done for December. So there's a lot of things that we can talk about in the background to make things easier. I'm also competent with the engine now, so they could almost throw me anything, and we could probably make something work. So we've also got that. But yeah, we definitely need to do better. I don't want to keep coming on here. We definitely need to do better. It needs to get better. And I hope that the next stream I'm on, I can say, well, we did it. I really do hope we can just say we did it.